One Bot Service here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to easily layer melodies. There's some really easy methods. I'm using LMMS. This should work with basically any software. So basically, get the beat and bassline editor here, and just clear all that. And I'm going to be using the Vestige, and I'm going to be using the Keyzone keyboard plugin. This is just for my little melody here, and so you can just do this with whatever. I'm basically going to be teaching you some really easy tricks to get some down. Of course, there's way more advanced methods, but this is what I got. So basically, an easy way to make melodies is picking the scale, and in theory, most things would sound good if, it's not too jumbled and they're on the same scale. So what you do is you go up to this thing that would say scale and click minor or whatever one you want. I'm doing minor scale here, and then right click on the keyboard and then mark current scale. That'll mark all the keys you can use. And so now I guess I'll just make some random little melody real quick here. And then the shortcuts I'm going to be using are Control, click and drag to highlight. So you just click and drag, and then Control right moves it over one of these, and then a Control up moves it up one octave, Control down moves it down one octave. Those are basically the commands I'm going to be using, and then of course Control C, Control V, stuff like that. So, I don't think, okay, so what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna stay away from the just sticking with minor keys, and I'm actually going to just go with however I feel, and basically I'll show you how to work around having to keep to a scale in just a second. Okay, so here is what I got. So it's not that good, but it's pretty good for just a little example here. So now there are some really easy methods to layering this. So first thing we got here is, let's close this, and then let's hit the gear, clone this track, and then now let's open a piano roll, Control click to highlight, Control up, and that'll move it up. So now method I use a lot is getting rid of the bottom two, if you're using 4 of course, and then highlight all these, getting rid of them. Basically you want to use the same notes here that you did before, and then it will never fail as long as you're moving up an octave. And then what I like to do is just move the bottom ones, and then it's kind of a stepping stone, So then you mix that with this, so there you go. That's already a lot more. So now let's clone the track again, and I'll show you another thing, another add-on you can do, and then all three of these will work together as well. So open in piano roll, and oh shoot, okay, well I copied the wrong one, so let's just go ahead and highlight, Control C, open in piano roll, highlight, backspace to delete, Control V, and then Control up, move it up an octave. So now we can just highlight all these. Sorry about that, I had to take my headphones off, so I'm going to be playing through the speakers. I'm sorry if that messes with the audio at all. Anyway, so now I highlight all of these and then move them so they're only a little 2 blocks wide. And so now basically we can do this same thing but keeping all 4. And now it's basically the same thing, So that's what it's sounding like, and now let's go to see what it sounds like. So that sounds pretty good. It's basically, that's pretty much it. There's a couple other things you could do. Basically, you can get a synth in the background if it's not already synths that you're using, and even if it is, I mean, go wild. Anyways, I like this opulence thing. It's a little built-in plugin here, so it sounds like this. Add on and just copy that, paste it in here, and then basically it should just add a little extra to it. And then of course down. So it'll add that little zzz thing at the end, and that's pretty good. And then, you know, you're saying it's good, it's maybe missing a little bit of the low end because all of this is in the high end. Then what I would do is take this, Control C. I guess I don't really have to do that. I can just clone the track and then take the clone, Control click, highlight, Control down, and let's see what this sounds like. That's it. That's pretty much it. So here is a semi-complete song that I'm almost done working on. So this is using all of the melodies that we were using before. Here in this section here, I will full screen it, I guess. So here we go. We got the bass melody exactly the same as this. The only things I did I equalize? I didn't even equalize it actually. Then we got the high melody here. Same thing there. I don't know. I didn't really ignore my names. They're not like super accurate. Overlaying one. Then we got this little synth here. Let me see what I did. I think this is just is this high pitch? Okay, it is high pitch. Yeah. So here's my settings for that if you want to know. So I turn on that, keep the attack right there, release right there, then I set to those. Okay, I like that one a lot. And then the 808, it's most complicated pattern you've ever seen, right? It's just one, and then we got kick. Oh, look at that! It's also super complicated. And then shoot. Okay, then we got snare. Oh shoot, that's loud. And then we got the clap here. I kind of use the clap as like a build up for the snare, like I don't know. And then it goes there, and then we get the hi-hats with a thing that should not be there. All right, I don't know, but yeah. So that's basically that. This little thing is a little blaster thing I got. So I took a blaster, and here, let's see if I can play it. Oh, that's with the effects. Okay, so it sounds like this, and then I just put this on like little echoes, and I like it. It sounds pretty good. And then we got the hi-hats. Most complicated hi-hat pattern I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, here's the song. I almost forgot to enable my vinyl setting. This is of course because it's lo-fi. It's just a little add-on that makes it seem better. So I got this little vinyl setting here, and I set to like 1984 because that's when, you know, there's more bass, but it's still got that old kind of feeling. So that's basically it. I got these little reversed cymbals to make little build-ups, see? And I added a ton of reverb and stuff so it's more subtle. And then I got some cups being filled with water that you'll see in a bit. Anyways, enough of this. Here's the track. Let's go. So that's the song. I know it's nothing fancy. It's just basically showing that you can make a pretty decent song, if I do say so myself, using those little tricks. So of course, I am not a professional producer. I just started making music. Actually, I think less than 2 weeks ago, which I think I'm pretty impressed with how I've been able to progress. And I thought might as well share some tips that I found help me learn, So if you want more tutorials, make sure to like, subscribe. This is actually going to be a song on this little, I don't know if I'm going to call it an album, EP, collection, beat tape, whatever it's going to be called. I'm going to make a few songs there if you want to check it out. I do have my SoundCloud in the description. I'm going to release it December 20th. My SoundCloud doesn't have any good songs on it yet, so don't look at that. There's like some tight beats on there, but anyways, thanks for watching and goodbye.